Hello, my name is Mark Dittmer. I'm the Midwest Sales Manager for Canlac, the home of Poloplaz, Absco, and Samson. I'm here to explain a little bit about a newer product. It's been out for a good 6-8 months now, called Red X. Red X is a water-based, pigmented first coat / sealer for red oak floors. Its purpose is to make red oak look like raw white oak, which is the very popular trend right now. So this board here is all red oak. From this line, you can see it there, and down, from this line and down, has one coat of Red X on it. We let it dry, and I don't think you'll be able to see it, but this part up here is raw red oak. This is what red oak looks like with a clear water base on it. This is Red X only, dried, ready to go with a finish. This side has a clear water base, Absco Grand Clear on top of it. So, as you can see, it's very important that you use a clear product over it. So when you put that coat down, you're changing the whole palette. And now your red oak will not change colors, it'll stay this color. So, and I'll reiterate, we recommend a clear water base, namely Absco Grand or Absco Platinum 2K. Once your coat of Red X is dried, you are left with this palette. At that point, you have one of two choices. The most popular is just coat it with the clear, or you have the option to stain over the top of it. I understand that there may be some concerns, but it's been worked with and it works perfect. Three things that need to be taken into consideration if you're going to stain over it. First one is you want to make special attention to putting down your product consistently, whether it be within a room or from room to room. Meaning you're going to roll your edges. You're going to put it down at the same rate, which, by the way, is 400 to 500 feet per gallon. Okay? So here we have Absco Country White and Absco Classic Gray. The process for staining over the top of it is, number one, I understand there's a lot of people who rag on and rag off their stains. That's wonderful, but I'm going to ask you to go back over the floor with a carpet pad on your buffer. That's going to ensure that all residual stain is off the floor. It's important. Once that occurs, you let your stain dry. Overnight, 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever, you're the contractor, you make that decision. At that point, the one added step you're going to have to do is you're going to buff the floor with a maroon pad. Don't start that maroon pad right there in the middle of the foyer. Maybe start it for the first 10-15 seconds in a closet. Get that thing kind of dulled a little bit, and then run over the whole floor in a nice, consistent, not too fast, not too slow motion to abrade the stain. In the pre-finished market, it's called denibbing. So you're just scratching it up. It's important to get proper adhesion. At that point, you're free to go ahead and put on your clear water base over the top. We can back up a little bit. As you notice, we have more pastel type colors on this board. That's because your darker colors, from even natural all the way through to ebony or black, really don't work well on the top of the dried Red X. It's going to look like mud. If you want to play with it or try it, go right ahead. I'd love to hear your results. But from what we found is that it looks like mud. So pastel colors. So your whites, grays, beiges, tans, colors as such work just fine. It has something to do with the pigmentation in the stain. Okay, so I'm a pour and roll type person. You can T-bar this product. You could dip it out of a bucket if you choose, but the key is to put it down relatively consistent, whether it be in the same room or in different rooms. Nothing special. Pour it out. Get this wet for a little bit. This is a 3/8 inch microfiber roller. We're going to roll it out just like you would any other water-based sealer. I'm going to add a little bit more to this. The Red X has dried. We're probably about 2 hours now. We could do what we want with it. As you can see, we had a section in the center taped off, and you can see the color difference. So that's the raw red oak, and this is what Red X does to red oak. Something else to note with Red X, it is a sealer, so it's a first coat. For red oak, I recommend you do not buff it after it is dry. You want to hot coat it within 12 hours with your clear water-based finish. If in fact you do buff it, your chance of losing some of the color here and having the pink come out it's going to happen. So you want to coat on top of this before you buff it. I'd like to thank Floor Mechanics for inviting me to do this short video. I greatly appreciate it. We at Absco or CanLac really appreciate it. Know that Floor Mechanics is now stocking Red X, and you can get it anytime you want. And I guess that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them or reach out to myself. I'd love to hear what your experiences are with it. Thank you.